I feel like when it comes to our loved ones, we tend to shut out our logical brains and are overpowered by emotions. And there's nothing wrong with that if the people involved are in a healthy relationship. But the problem arises when one is overridden with emotions and the other, well, confusion, manipulation, selfishness, or ownership. It puts you in such a state of frenzy that it is hard for me to find a metaphor that would do justice to this fiasco. My definition of love has always been simple. If you love someone, then you would try your best to protect their peace and honor. You would never take any actions that will jeopardize your relationship or put it in an everlasting state of shock and doubt. It's simple, but can it be tough sometimes? Hell, yes. We are a work in progress and cannot really expect absolute perfection. You'll make mistakes, hurt each other in the process of growing up, disagree. All of those are normal human experiences. You'll fight, you'll forgive, you'll come back because you value them more than these trivial fights. And surely not all relationships are supposed to survive this turbulence. And that's fine too. Some relationships are lines, some paragraphs, and some chapters. Only a handful become an integral part of your story. That doesn't mean they weren't important, they were. And by relationship, I mean every relationship, familial, platonic, romantic. It is not exclusively about romantic relationships, although you can interpret it as however you want. What I have understood about people and relationships is that some people naturally calm your nervous system and they are worth holding on to. But when some relationships trigger your fight and flight response, it's worth taking a step back and letting your logical brain analyze it from the perspective of purely your benefit. Does that mean you love them any less? No, but it gives you a reality check. You see, human beings are selfish. You'll find proof of it throughout history. And if you let people take advantage of you, then they won't sit on a swing in the evening and wonder about what the right thing to do is. No, they'll use you because it benefits them, and the way our brain works, rest assured they'll have the justification of their actions before you figure out what's going on. There are people we love with our very being, but what's important, and I really mean it, what's important to note is what you become around them. Are you the same person in their presence as you are in their absence? Or are you walking on a tightrope balancing every word and action to not disappoint them or anger them? If you're always wondering which version you will get to meet today, if you're always anticipating their behavior, because it is so unpredictable, they'll be happy in 1 second and frustrated and angry in another, sure in 1 second, dancing around bushes in another, appreciative in 1 second and condescending in another. What happens in your body is that you're training your nervous system that this is normal. Emotional regulation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Nowadays, I love to monitor my feelings, energy, and how my nervous system reacts when I'm out and about with people. I have this self monitor that now feels like second nature. These are the questions I ponder over. How did they make me feel while conversing with them? Did my amygdala fire up? Was I trying to hide my real self from them? Was I trying to find a way out? If yes, then why? If no, then why? Did I feel the dip in my stomach? Are they sticking to their words or are they backfiring every time you oppose something they have said? Are they being performative? What does their energy feel like? What do I feel when I'm around them and when I leave their energetic magnetic field? I answer every single question, and maybe I can get it wrong in forming my opinions, but what you feel, I believe, is almost right. That being said, I keep myself open to changing my opinion. Going back to the title of the video, I wrote this as a Substack note. Wasn't planning to write anything else, but it made me stop and think about a few of the relationships I have had, and I used to be constantly anxious around them. I was overridden by emotions and for a very long time was content with losing myself in the process of keeping them. Needless to say, they aren't in my life anymore. The transition was brutal and absolutely needed. And what made me not accept them again was the simple question that told me more than I was looking for. Would you want people to feel like that around you? And the answer was plain and simple and in bold red. No, I won't even want mere acquaintances to feel that way around me. Then how can I ever think of actually making people I love feel that way around me? It was all I needed to stay firm in my decision. They came back, called, texted, expected forgiveness because they believed they were entitled to it. Sob story after sob story. But here's one thing that became crystal clear. It was never about me. It was always about them. It was about their access to kindness, goodness, selflessness, love that never demanded anything but also absorbed all their negativity without ever batting an eye. It was about their convenience, not consequences. Leaving is hard. It will always be, but I feel like staying is harder. I leave you with this. If they truly loved you and respected you, then they wouldn't put you in a constant state of anxiety. And that's it for today, guys. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye.